Thanks for your interest in Virtual Nistli Y. This video provides key information about the Virtual Nistli Y Fall 2024 and Winter 2025 programs. Nistli Y is a U.S. Department of State program designed to increase the ability of Americans to communicate with foreign cultures and foster a lifelong interest in foreign languages. Virtual Nistli Y was introduced in 2019 and has the same goals as the overseas programs, but offers real-time language learning and cultural exchange in an online format. It is a no-cost, merit-based scholarship. All Virtual Nistli Y classes are beginner level. No prior language learning experience is required. When applying for Virtual Nistli Y, you will select a first preference language and have the option to select a second preference language. The languages offered are Arabic, Mandarin Chinese, Hindi, Korean, Russian, and Turkish. Selected finalists will be placed in classes according to your preferences and class time availability. Siblings and/or friends who both become finalists will likely not be placed in a class together. Virtual Nistli Y is structured into a 10-week beginner-level foreign language and culture experience. Students attend 90-minute sessions twice a week, taught by experienced language teachers. In total, that's 30 hours of formal live instruction. These will be small class sizes with lots of opportunities for speaking practice. There may also be up to 3 hours of assignments or homework per week. Cultural and language learning opportunities can include things like cooking demonstrations, calligraphy practice, dance and song lessons, and virtual tours. The program also introduces you to featured guests. These guests typically consist of experts on traditional arts and cuisine, Nistli Y study abroad alumni, and professionals who use language and cultural skills in their careers. The program also offers optional community building activities outside of language classes. These student group meetings can include game nights, strategies for language learning success, information about studying abroad, and supplemental guest speakers. To be eligible for Virtual Nistli Y, you must be a U.S. citizen, be a U.S.-based high school student, have a birth date that falls within the program's age range, and be a novice in the language selected on your application. This means that you have had no formal instruction from school, camp, tutoring, or online programs, and that you are not enrolled in classes for the language during the Virtual Nistli Y program. In addition, you cannot be a current or past participant of Nistli Y or any U.S. Department of State exchange program, virtual or overseas, and you must meet all requirements regarding family member employment. Please see the Virtual Nistli Y webpage for full details. Virtual Nistli Y classes are scheduled at these times. These are based on U.S. Eastern Time, so if you're located in another time zone, be sure to translate them to your local time before choosing your schedule preferences. In the application, order the 4 schedule options from first to last preference. Staff make all reasonable attempts to give finalists their top language and schedule preference, but there is no guarantee of this. Selected finalists should review their language and schedule placements in their acceptance letters before confirming their acceptance. Classes are not held on U.S. federal holidays. If a class falls on a federal holiday, that class will be rescheduled by the teacher in advance to a date that suits the majority of their students. Students who are unable to attend a rescheduled class will not be counted as absent as long as they watch the class recording and complete all missed classwork and homework. To participate in Virtual Nistli Y, students need a computer with a stable internet connection, a headset with a microphone, a web camera, and a quiet place to participate from. Note: phones should not be used to attend class sessions and should not be used during class. If you are unable to obtain these technology supplies due to financial reasons, financial assistance may be available based on eligibility requirements. To apply for Virtual Nistli Y, please go to this application website listed on the screen. You can also access the application via the Virtual Nistli Y webpage. You will be asked to complete sections regarding personal information, certification of eligibility, prior international and exchange experience, information about your hobbies and activities, a document upload section, language and schedule preferences, 2 short essays, prior foreign language experience, and optional statistical information. Required documents in addition to the application itself include the following. First, school transcripts. Unofficial copies are acceptable. Rising 9th graders will submit middle school grades. Homeschool students will download, complete, and upload the homeschool transcript form. Next, signed terms and conditions. This will be signed by the applicant and at least one parent or legal guardian. E-signatures are acceptable, but typed names are not considered a signature. Finally, the confidential recommendation. In the confidential recommendation section of the application, each applicant needs to provide the email address for a recommender and press Submit Request. The recommender will receive a link via email to complete the recommendation form. A recommender should be an adult who is not your parent or guardian. Read the instructions in the application very carefully. Your recommender must submit the confidential recommendation via the online form by the recommendation deadline, which may differ from the application deadline. For fall 2024, confidential recommendations are due by June 13th. This is 3 days after the application deadline. The Virtual Nisly Y Fall program will begin in September. The timeline for this program in 2024 is as follows. The application is scheduled to open on or near May 1st, 2024. The deadline is June 10th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and the confidential recommendation deadline is June 13th at 11:59 Eastern Time. Please be sure to check what these times are in your own time zone. Students will receive notification of their application status, finalist, alternate, or non-select, no later than early August. Student orientation for finalists will be held in late August. A recording will be made available. The program's closing ceremony will be held in late November. Classes will begin as early as Monday, September 8th, and will end no later than Sunday, November 17th. The specific start and end dates for each class will depend on your assigned class schedule. You can find the possible schedules earlier in this webinar and on the Virtual Nisly Y website. The Virtual Nisly Y Winter 2025 program will begin in January 2025. The winter program's application is scheduled to open on or near September 12, 2024. The winter application deadline is scheduled to be on or near October 17, 2024. Students will receive notification of their application status in late November or early December. Student orientation for finalists will be held in mid-December. A recording will be made available. Classes will begin the week of January 13, 2025, and will end no later than March 23, 2025. These specific dates for each class will depend on your assigned class schedule. You can find the possible schedules earlier in this webinar and on the Virtual Nisly Y webpage. The program's closing ceremony will be held in late March.
Finally, we would like to share some of our most frequently asked questions and their answers. You can find more FAQs at the bottom of the Virtual Nisly Y webpage. Did this program move online because of COVID-19? No. Virtual Nisly Y is a Nisly Y program option for novice language learners, which started in 2019 and was designed to be online only. This is different from the Nisly Y programs designed to take place abroad. Does every student who applies to Virtual Nisly Y automatically get accepted? No. Student applications are evaluated in a merit-based selection process. I'm really excited about the language I'm applying for, but I barely know anything about it. Is this program really for me? Yes, Virtual Nisly Y really is designed for total novices who are excited about learning a totally new language. Participants do need to be committed to language and cultural learning to have a successful experience. Can I still apply for Nisly Y overseas summer or academic year if I participate in Virtual Nisly Y? Yes. Virtual Nisly Y students who meet all Nisly Y eligibility requirements are allowed to apply for Nisly Y overseas summer or academic year programs. Please note that there is a separate application process for Nisly Y overseas programs. However, your participation in the Virtual Nisly Y program will be considered in the application process for overseas programs, if you decide to apply. Virtual Nisly Y alumni are not required to apply for a Nisly Y overseas program, but we encourage you to do so. What are the differences between Virtual NSLE Y and NSLE Y summer or academic year programs? Virtual NSLE Y is for beginners only. It's all online, takes place during the school year, and offers 6 language options. NSLE Y summer and academic year programs are for all levels, take place in host countries, require students to pause any other academic studies during the program, and offer 8 language options. And lastly, why should I study a critical language? Language learning can support academic achievement, provide cognitive benefits, and expand your worldview. Learning a critical language can also lead to exciting career, study, and volunteer opportunities that are in high demand. While critical languages are less commonly taught in the U.S. schools, they are essential to our positive engagement with the world. We hope that this webinar has been helpful in introducing the Virtual NSLE Y program to you. Please be on the lookout for an announcement about a Q&A session to help you answer any additional questions you may have.
Thanks again for your interest in this program. Please visit our website at nsleforyouth.org/virtual for answers to more frequently asked questions, benefits of the program, and details about the application process and timeline. If you're not finding an answer to your question on the website, you can attend one of our Q&A sessions or reach out to program staff via email at virtualnsley@americancouncils.org. You can find more information about past participants' experience on the NSLE Y Facebook and Instagram accounts, as well as on the program's blog, NSLE Y Interactive, at nsley-interactive.org. On behalf of the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs and the Virtual NSLE Y admin team, thank you again for joining us, and we look forward to receiving your applications.